In today's video, we're going to turn this Masunaga GMS 126T from this into this beautiful custom tinted green gradient with Transitions XTRActive Brown and a flash blue mirror. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome to the Hicks Brunson Eyewear YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am Daniel Brunson, your friendly neighborhood optician, and on this channel, I like to talk about my favorite indie eyewear brands, cool lens technologies, including custom tinted Transitions lenses, which is the topic of today's video. We're going to talk about a beautiful Masunaga rimless frame, titanium. Let me take off my Anna Karin Carlson LeChap, which is another very nice titanium frame that we do a lot of these days. Let's talk about this Masunaga frame. This is the GMS 126T, and Masunaga, I've talked about them a lot. Those of you that have followed for a while know that. They make beautiful Japanese titanium eyewear. They're founded in Fukui, Japan over 100 years ago, and this is one of their very elegant minimalist rimless designs, what they call the GMS 126T. It's a 47-eye, 22 bridge, 150 temple length, and this color 19, is kind of a dark gray, almost black bridge hinge, and then it has this nice like soft blue with gray caps and a shiny silver temple end. Has beta titanium nose pad arms with titanium nose pads. This is probably the lightest weight frame in the Masunaga collection. Rimless pieces are known for being light, especially when they're made with the flexible beta titanium nose pad arms, beta titanium temple tips. They go on nice and smooth. And if you want a very lightweight, comfortable pair of glasses, I highly recommend you check out this model, the GMS 126T. All right, now let's talk about what we did to this model today. We recently customized it for a client. We've actually done several pair for this same client with different custom tinted Transitions lenses. So here is the finished new pair in the Masunaga case. And let's talk about what we did with this tint. Well, before I put it on, let's just look at the color. It's easier to see on a white background than it is on the skin. So this is a tint color that we have in our tint catalog that is called Lawn to Clear. And it's a green gradient color. And it's one of the more, like if you really want a good green color where the green actually shows up well, this is not a G15 green, which is more of a gray green. Like this is one of those greens that you can actually see the green color. It's almost like, well, a nice green lawn, fresh cut lawn on a summer day, or a green on a golf course. Very green, very golf green. And so it's just a beautiful color. And if you want that really good green look, this is it. Now we did this on about a 40-ish% density, and as I mentioned, it is gradient. And not only that, I'll go ahead and put it on here. Well, hang on. Let's see if we can look at the mirror. So we did a flash blue. Mirror on the green, which I don't think we've done this combination yet. I think this is a new combination to do the flash blue on this lawn green. So very nice contrast. I like how it came together. So I'll go ahead and put it on here so you can see what it looks like on. Just a nice look. You know, green is one of those colors that I think is very soothing to look through, similar to the blue, the sky blue color that we have, just very soothing on the eyes. Generally a pretty neutral color, you know, basically gray based, but with the green showing a lot in this one, it doesn't make everything look green. I want to point that out. You know, some colors like really rich, vibrant reds will make everything look real red. This isn't like that. Everything doesn't look green when I look through it, but it is very soothing to look through. And as I said, we did about a 40, maybe a touch darker than a 40% density here, and we put that nice flash blue mirror on. And you can see with the 40% density, the flash blue mirror does show up quite nicely when I move my head around and you catch the light from different angles. Probably shows up a little less when I hold my head down here, probably shows up a little more when I hold my head up like this. So this is what you have when you're inside, when you're at night. I think this 40% or maybe a touch darker than 40% density we did here is certainly light enough to wear indoors, but it definitely has a little bit more. It's close to the 50%, which is what we call an indoor-outdoor, close to a category 2. So it has a little bit more that outdoor sunglass look, but it's just a touch lighter than that. But when you take this pair outdoors, that's when the magic happens. So let's go ahead and hit it with the UV light. I'm just going to do the left side first. And we have so many of you who, just like I am, are fans of the Transition XTRActive Brown. And so it's a really fun contrast and combo to transition from lawn green to XTRActive Brown. And the brown color, much like the green, the brown is an incredibly soothing color to look through. Not everybody feels that way about the brown. Many people feel like the gray color, Transitions Outdoor Gray, is the only way for them to go because they like the neutrality of the color. They like how when you look through gray, the blue sky still looks blue, the green grass still looks green. Doesn't happen that way with brown, my friends. Let me tell you just a little bit about brown. It will kind of make everything look a little more brownish, but at the same time, brown is a color that blocks a lot more blue light, and so that means that it will like enhance contrast and make everything look nice and sharp. So that's why I like looking through the brown color lens. It's just very soothing to look through. Everything looks nice and clear. And since this is running on the Transitions XTRActive Brown, that means it works better in warmer weather. That means it is capable of getting darker when temperatures heat up in the summertime, capable of getting darker than most standard photochromic lenses, including Transitions Signature Gen S. XTRActive technology here is also capable of behind the windshield activation. I've made a whole video about that I'll link to in the box down below. This lens is capable of approximately a category 2 darkness behind the windshield, depending on how much visible light is coming in through your car windows. So it's a really powerful photochromic technology. It's actually one of a kind, talking about the Transitions XTRActive. No other photochromic that I'm aware of is capable of behind the windshield activation. So that's one thing that is what I call a superpower of Transitions XTRActive. But here we have it with that flash blue mirror. As the lens is darkened, as you can see as I've been talking, that blue mirror becomes a lot more visible and it creates a cool look. It adds to the style, but it also blocks a little bit more light than if you were to not have a flash mirror. So the mirrors are not only fashionable, but they're also functional. For those of you that are a little more light sensitive, you've got the mirror, you've got a little bit more blockage of light. You have a little bit lower light transmission. You have a lens that feels a little bit darker when it transitions to the dark color outdoors. There you have it. That is the Masunaga GMS 126T, the legendary, the iconic Japanese Masunaga eyewear brand, one of our favorite brands that we carry here at Hicks Brunson Eyewear. If you are interested in having a pair done like this for yourself, I'll make all of our contact information available in the box. You can reach out to us by phone or by email. Leave us a comment. If you have a suggestion for an upcoming video, I love to see your comments. As the channel has grown, I've had a harder and harder time responding to all your comments, but I appreciate all your comments. I'm grateful for all your comments and all of you who subscribe and watch the channel every week. Thank you so much for being out there and following along as I share my passion for eyewear, independent eyewear, and cool custom lens technology. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.